In this video, we'll take a look at the messaging features on the ZOLEO Satellite Communicator and the ZOLEO Messaging app. Before we get started, let's explain how the ZOLEO Messaging app and the messaging servers deal with outgoing messages. By default, it will look at the cheapest option to send outgoing messages, so when you send a message via your ZOLEO Messaging app, it will first check to see if Wi-Fi is available. If not, it will then check to see if cellular is available, and if both are not available, it will then send the message via Iridium satellite network. From our ZOLEO Messaging app, we have our Messaging tab, and we can compose a message by tapping on the top right or bottom right if you are using Android on the new message balloon icon. We have access to our smartphone or tablet contacts, and we can filter the contact either by SMS number, email, or ZOLEO app-to-app users. In our first example, we're going to compose an SMS message up to 160 characters to our dedicated ZOLEO SMS number, and for this message, we'll send this via the satellite network. We're going to tap on Send, and note that we have a timestamp and two icons. One on the left indicates that the message will be sent via the satellites, and on the right to indicate the status of the message if it has been sent to the network. We should see blue LED lights flashing on the ZOLEO device, and we should hear an audible when the message has been sent. Note the checkmark in the timestamp. When receiving a message via satellites, we should also hear a type of audible coming from the ZOLEO device. Next, let's compose an email. Again, from the Messaging tab, tap on the new message balloon icon, and from here you notice at the bottom right under the Send button you can see the number of characters we have available, which is slightly over 200 characters. We're going to send email to our dedicated ZOLEO email address. Notice here in the timestamp, we don't have a satellite indicator because we're sending this message via Wi-Fi or cellular. When we receive messages via Wi-Fi or cellular, we do not hear audibles from the ZOLEO device, but rather see a notification from our smartphone app. We can also send our current location by tapping on the waypoint icon down in the left of the text box. This will send a message with our current coordinates, and users can also tap on the icon to view the location on a map in the ZOLEO app. Finally, let's send a ZOLEO app-to-app message. This allows the most amount of characters to send between two people, and the great thing about this is that the ZOLEO Messaging app can also be used by recipients that don't own a ZOLEO device. Here we have over 1,000 characters to send for this message type. Notice here that we're going to receive our message, but I want to show you here on our timestamp when we sent the message there are two check marks. When we send app-to-app messages, we'll receive our first sent receipt checkmark, and then once the message has been delivered, it will indicate as a double check mark. Finally, from our Messaging tab, each message type is identified by a unique icon and different color balloon with each contact. App-to-app messages uses the ZOLEO logo, email messages shows an envelope icon, and SMS messages show a chat bubble icon. And that is messaging on your ZOLEO Satellite Communicator and ZOLEO Messaging app.
ZOLEO. Count on your connection.